right, it is 5:50 a.m. once again, and we are heading to Squawk Box on CNBC. NASDAQ. Hello, for Ryan, yeah. How are you this morning?
Our next guest is part philosopher, part self-help podcaster. He's the host of The Daily Stoic, which applies the ancient Greek philosophy of stoicism to modern life. Guests on his show have included Malcolm Gladwell, Matthew McConaughey, and a lot of leaders in the CEO world, including the CEO of Shopify, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and so many others. Anyway, here he is. He's at our table. Ryan Holiday, best-selling author of multiple books on stoicism. His new book, Right Thing, Right Now, is out this week. Here it is. And this is book number 16.
Yes.
That's a lot of books you've been
probably
writing over the years. Are you a Stoic?
I try to be.
Can we define Stoicism for the audience?
My working definition is Stoic doesn't control what happens, but they focus on how they respond to what happens.
What's the difference between where you started in this process and where you are right now?
I think like a lot of young men, I was interested at first at what Stoicism could do for me, how it could make me more productive, more resilient, more in control of myself. But the virtue of justice, which is such an essential part of Stoicism, is like what Stoicism is asking of you, the standards you hold yourself to as a person, a citizen, a human being, a spouse, a parent. And so we can't strip the ethical component out of Stoicism. And if we think of the Stoics as being these powerful, important people, the check that ultimately held them from doing whatever they wanted was these sort of ethics or these standards that they inherited. All right, so I got 80 minutes between CNBC and Breakfast Club, so I'm going to try to get a short run in, and then it's like one block that way. I'm going to do that. We are heading to the Breakfast Club to do Right Thing right now, and then my publisher is like right here, and I have to drop off the 10-year anniversary manuscript of Obstacle. It's crazy to me that 10 years ago, almost exactly, this book was being released, my first book on Stoicism, and now I'm editing the 10-year anniversary in the green room of the Breakfast Club. I got to drop this off on my publisher, who, when I wrote it the first time, was way downtown on Varick Street, and now is all the way up here near the park, because Penguin merged with Random House, but now I'm just tightening up. This is the second pass, which I guess now is like my 5th or 6th pass because I've done it so many times. But it's not free to break your word, because the next time that person's not going to trust someone else. And so we all think about it as like, what's good for me? But what we're doing is we're stealing from the public trust, from our ability to collaborate and count on each other, because everyone's saying, you know, your word isn't worth anything. And collectively, unfortunately, in a lot of cases, it's not.
I pride myself on being honest and truthful at all times. I love chapter 3 in the book, Tell the Truth. But I think sometimes when we say, I'm going to be honest with you, it's a buffer to this whammy I'm about to lay on you.
I'm actually going to be a dick, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm still pretty old school about it. Not only do I write the books with physical note cards, having read physical books, but then I do all my notes. I have the publisher print them, like print me out a bound manuscript. I want to see what it's going to look like in the size that it's going to be, and then I do all my notes. This is the second pass, but. So I realized something crazy. I realized that I sent you the first draft of this 11 years ago on a plane flying across Australia, and then here's the update one. It doesn't feel like it is 10 years. That's insane. Am I in here? Where? Trust Me Online's up there? That's incredible. And that one. Oh, they're not behind glass?
Yeah, try to keep your hands to yourself.
How do I get all 16?
Oh, there's obstacles.
Oh, where? Oh. Okay, that's insane.
Yeah.
So then we'll have to replace it with a new one. Do you think that's a first edition?
It might be.
How do you decide which one's going?
I can find out.
Like, do you ever demote off?
I don't think we ever take anyone away. But we can.
That's cool. Do you have to sell a certain number of copies?
No, it's not. It's all
promoted. So the day started with a 5-something pickup, and now it is 11:30, and we are walking back from the 11th hour show. And that concludes my media obligations. A book launch is this thing. Look how big that dog is. That's a huge dog. It's all leading up to the launch, but then you have to sprint through and well past the finish line. And so now I'm gonna fly home in the morning and keep writing the next book and finish the job on this one. All right, we're heading home.